This is Johan from BeesNeez Pro Audio, and in this video we're taking a look at the BeesNeez B87i and iC microphones. The BeesNeez B87i is a large diaphragm multi-pattern FET condenser microphone. It's a faithful tribute to the famous Neumann U87i. The capsule in this microphone is a BeesNeez BN-K87. And the transformer is a custom strip-wound mu-metal toroidal transformer. And both of these are manufactured by BeesNeez in their Australian workshop. And the FET in the mic is a new old stock 2N3819 FET. It features switchable cardioid, omni and figure 8 polar patterns, as well as a -10 dB pad and a low-cut filter. BeesNeez also manufactures another version of this mic, and that's the B87iC. Now, what's the difference between these two? Well, the first thing you notice is that the IC version has a much smaller body, which does make it easier to handle in tight spaces. Now, sonically, they both have the same tone, but the IC version features a significantly higher output. In fact, it's about 8 dB higher. And it has an even lower self-noise too. Now the trade-off is that the IC is limited to a fixed cardioid polar pattern and it lacks the pad and low-cut filter. Now both of these microphones come with a tough hard case and a suspension shock mount. Now let's talk about sound signature. The BeesNeez B87i is modeled after the original U87i rather than the modern AI version. Its sound is defined by a focused mid-forward character. It's got a distinct push around the 3 to 5 kHz range that gives vocals and instruments a strong presence. Now, in the context of modern microphones, the vintage U87i is not a bright microphone. It's got a gentle roll-off in the very high frequencies, which makes it smooth rather than sibilant, and its low end is solid and natural. The BeesNeez B87i features the same rich mid-range and smooth highs. And while the tone and character of the mic is true to the original, the strip-wound mu-metal toroidal transformer introduces a range of specific benefits. The transient response, for instance, is improved compared to the vintage mic. It also has increased headroom and lower distortion, which means that it's got a tighter and better controlled low end. It also has a cleaner, more transparent top end, ensuring smooth and airy highs. And of course, significantly, the BeesNeez B87i also has 3 dB less self-noise. Now that means it's got the clarity of a modern microphone, but the vintage character of the original. And as mentioned, the B87iC has the same tone as the I version, but with a significantly higher output and an even lower self-noise. Now let's talk about best use cases. The B87i and the B87iC are incredibly versatile microphones. They have all the strengths of the original U87i, but with a few technical advantages that enhance their usability. The biggest strength is in lead vocals. Because of that forward mid-range and the presence boost in the high mids, the voice sits prominently in a dense mix. The gentle but detailed nature of the highs means that it's got a nice air to the sound without sibilance. This particular character, along with the improved self-noise, means that these microphones are also very capable for voiceover and narration recording. And here is where the IC version of the B87 especially shines. With its much higher output level and even lower self-noise, it's capable of capturing whisper quiet and intimate vocals and narration. Another strength of the B87i and the IC version is recording of detailed acoustic instruments like piano and acoustic guitar. The improved transient response and the tighter low end and cleaner high end, coupled with the microphone's natural focus on body and presence, means that these types of instruments are captured with excellent realism. The I version of the B87 brings a few added benefits that means that it's especially versatile in more complex studio settings. You've got a -10 dB pad, you've got a low-cut filter, and multiple polar patterns. Now that pad allows for recording of loud sources like drums and guitar cabs. And the multiple polar patterns means the mic is capable of supporting a variety of stereo and mono miking techniques. In conclusion, the BeesNeez B87i and B87iC feature the iconic sound of the vintage U87i, but with modern improvements. They offer the same rich mid-range, presence and smooth highs, but with lower self-noise, improved transient response, tighter lows and cleaner highs.